The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Anthony Dorsett, DeMontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are on a Tuesday, coming to you from the Star in Frisco's SWC podcast studio. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Game. Got three former NFL players talking football with you. Got Anthony Dorsett, Trey Moore's back. We got Barry Church. I am Newy Scruggs. The Cowboys with an off day here. So, Victory Monday yesterday, off day here. Spoke with Brian Schottenheimer yesterday. Asked about my boy Mingo.
Oh, man.
Bro, what's up
what
with
do you
you
got to say
Mingo?
about wide receiver number
I said
6,
the three collective groans. Come on.
Man, we talking about Mingo.
I mean, that's what I said. Mingo.
He said,
Come on,
we talking
bro.
about
We talking about Mingo.
We talking about Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo.
Young J. Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo, who I went and found him in the locker room.
Oh, okay.
I'd seen him since camp. I was that's Mingo, right?
That man was on the milk carton, huh?
Bro, where he been at?
Hey.
Number 81, huh?
I mean, so he's over there by Miles saying there's like a little group that we.
Wow. That
You don't want to be in
Hey,
that, you know,
you can't be in that clear cell. You
The
start
group with the
looking around.
disappearing guy.
Yeah, you don't want to be over there.
When you walk into the far in the locker, there's a little click right there.
That cold tub
We
section.
don't never go to him.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that group, man. You don't-
They sitting there together.
You know there ain't no interviews come over.
Nah.
Go ahead,
Right.
come,
Go ahead.
hey, come sit by us, man. They don't want us. If
Yeah,
you're
so
trying to hire.
we were talking to Kenneth Murray, and I was like, look like Mingo. I double checked.
You get a double check on it.
Mingo, right?
Hold on, you would ask somebody, hey, is this
Yes.
Mingo
Yes,
right?
I did.
This boy ain't right.
Where's my bulletproof vest? Like I'm trying to make sure.
So,
right.
hey, man, I went over there. And I went and got it. Get man was about to dress and get ready to leave. I'm gonna go get this guy some because it was confirmed it was him. So I went over there. And said,
Confirmation.
Wow.
I mean, you want to at least be courteous. So I said, hey, Jonathan, we talked to you real quick. So we sat, talked to him. I did not realize he's never played a game with Dak Prescott.
Never.
Because Dak was hurt last year when he got here. By the time he was ready to go, Dak was hurt, so he's never played with him. So
Wow.
he talked about that opportunity, and then just remembering yesterday's Players Lounge, when you guys were talking about him getting scout team work. Mm-hmm. He spent last week on the scout team. We talked about getting scout team reps, showing what you could do. Mm-hmm. So he did that last week.
All right,
I asked about special teams. We talked about that too. He's like, he said you got to play special teams. So he's already been
set. Okay.
So he's already been, working on that. I said, well, are you healthy enough to do it? Will it cause any issues at all? He's like, I'm ready to go. Got to play.
100%.
So
What is he going to do? On
So he
special
was
teams?
I think maybe punt, but I wasn't sure. So, but anyway, that'll work itself out this week. And that's what Schottenheimer said. He said, hey, look, Window's here. He's going to be up, so he's going to be on the 53. He wasn't ready to say he was going to activate him yet. Then he went down the list of the receivers and everything. Guys were doing well, so he wasn't ready to commit. But he did have good things to say about Mingo possibly coming back. I haven't had an opportunity to talk with Dak Prescott about it. But the things we talked about yesterday on the show, I took it into the locker room to go ask him.
Yeah.
And so he was there. And then when I talked to Schottenheimer about him, Schottenheimer had good things to say. So we'll see.
It looks like he has the right mindset, at least. We talked about this yesterday. If you want to get on that 53 or you want to get on that active roster, you want to have some shoulder pads in your locker, you're going to have to do some special teams. And it seems like he's ready to go as far as that's concerned. He doesn't have that rapport, with Dak Prescott, that – to me, because when you get to that point in a quarterback where I would assume, at least, Shotty's coming to him like, hey, we got these, receivers at the bottom. Do you prefer somebody here, there? Who do you have rapport with if they need to get thrust into the lineup? And that's the only thing where it's like, if you don't got that connection with Dak Prescott, he's not one of those guys that can go to bat for you if it gets down to there. That's way down the line. You got the coaches, special teams, and all that before that. But if it does get to that point, Dak can't go to the bat for you because he doesn't have rapport with you. He got rapport with Illinois. He got rapport with Tolbert, and we all know about the other cats out there. So at least Mingo has the right mindset as far as getting onto the field, which we know it's got to be special teams and it's got to be showing your worth via scout team against the number one defense.
Yeah. But you already said it. Like when I watched, appreciate y'all. Missed the show because the boys, whatever.
Boy Halls.
Hey, you're right. Hey, get a sponsor, pay some bills.
Yep.
But anyways, like you said, you skipped a lot of steps. Like, yeah, you do. It does help if Dak has a rapport with you so he can go stand on the table. But the things that got to happen before then, one, you got to have injuries, which you're not having right now. Nope. You have everybody that's firing on all cylinders. You have the number one offense going right now. And it's like the good country saying what they used to always say, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it.
That's true.
But the thing that does look good, though, is you have the head coach speaking about you. Like you said, he is playing the game within the game and playing chess and not checkers and saying, hey, if my number is called, I am ready to do special teams. I'm doing scout team and showing that, trying to build that rapport during practice. But with the coach speaking this highly of you, them haven't seen anything from you, you having a connection with you, that lets you know that your job is kind of safe right now. And where it's like, hey, are we in a rush? Like, there's a window to put there. Even if he is ready, are they going to sit there and say, hey, we're just going to throw you out to the wolves, or we're going to save this right now and keep you for next year?
So going back in his AD, he did say he was ready to play last week, but they decided not to play.
So my whole thing with that is this, and him being here since last year, not having the chance to play with Dak, I understand where you're coming from. You know, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you don't need to rush it, don't rush it. But sometimes he got to prove his worth and his value here. You know, and so like I would – you don't want it to be in a situation where he has to be thrust into it.
Yes.
You actually want to be able to like maneuver him into it in a more of a graceful manner than looking or waiting for an injury to pop up and that to happen. So, you know, like, and that's just a trip that he's been here all this time, and he hasn't had a chance to get on the field with Dak yet. So I'm sure that, you know, I know he's biting at the bit at it, but I'm sure the organization and all the coaches want to see, you know, like what he can actually do if he gets an opportunity to get out there too as well.
If I'm the organization, if I'm, you know, like Trey just said, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like if I'm the organization, I'm like, man, we rolling right now.
Oh yeah,
CD, Dak, Turpin, you know, in the slot. You got Flanoy out there. We know what he can do. Tolbert balling.
I'm taking Flanoy over Turpin right now.
But how many dudes, y'all know, like I know, like
yeah, that's crazy.
Y'all done played with dudes who never dressed on Sunday and their jobs were secure for some kind of reason.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now that being said, like, okay, yeah, he's sitting back and like you said, it sounds like, you know, with Shotty talking so highly of him that he's secure. Yeah. But you can't be comfortable and secure.
Nah,
right?
If you Mingo, you like, ooh.
So for him, exactly like what you said, like go out there on the scout team, go against those ones on defense and tear them up. You know, to show that you are actually in that realm of like, I want to be back out there right now, and I'm going to show y'all and give y'all some type of reason in practice to eventually like give me an opportunity to go out there and try to use them other people.
That's how when you played with him for a little bit, Cole Beasley. So that was my teammate for the first couple of years. When he came in, you know, scout team guy, you know, he returned kicks here and there, but that's how he was able to get that slot role. Was he was on that scout team, and we would go against him like, who's this little kid out there? Dude, he was unguardable, and we was like, man, like hold on, if he's doing that to us, imagine what he could do to the rest of the league. And the rest is history. But that's the way he was able to get on there. Was out there just on the scout team, doing us dirty at camp and practice and all that.
Do you think Mingo has the talent level to be okay? There we go. I was just about to say Cole was a different type of guy.
Cole was like,
let me also throw this out here for Jonathan Mingo, because it seems like eons ago, but he was having a good training camp before he got hurt. So is there something there?
Yeah.
Practice?
I think
talking about practice.
It's enough. It's enough.
man, heck, no.
Yeah, bro. Y'all better
About
stop.
7 weeks ago,
Man,
man.
That's like,
Hey, y'all.
Elam had the most breakups in training camp.
No,
And all this. And you see
If we're talking about normal players, yes, that would be the case. But we also got to realize the organization that we're dealing with. This is the Cowboys, Jerry's picks. So, like, this is one of those organizations that if you show something, there's a lot of people that have been on this roster historically that you thought shouldn't have been here. And so he showed enough for them to say, hey, we still need you, we want you. There was question coming in about it. And then on top of that, after the questions came in, these other receivers are doing what they're doing. You still have done enough during your rehab process, going in there, showing them that you're working out, for them to speak about you. People don't speak about injured players in the media, if that makes sense, unless they're excited.
Now, Dak talked a little bit about why he's had this impressive stretch. He says, personally, a lot of off-season work to the team, to getting together, and in the spring and in training camp. And he goes on to name all the guys here, CD, Terp, Tolbert, Flo, what they've been doing here. Piggybacking a little bit on what you said, Trey, about let's go back and look at Jonathan Mingo. They gave up a fourth round pick for him.
They did.
He's under contract next year. Jalen Tolbert is not.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point in time, as they go through this season, it will be interesting to what do they do. Now, we mentioned before, there's been several guys on different podcasts who've said, hey, man, look, move Jalen Tolbert. Go find a linebacker someplace, move Jalen Tolbert. By the way, speaking of linebackers, Damari Novashone's 21-day window is open. So there's another potential player that you could be getting back here to help. But the whole thing with Mingo is just he's not just his throwaway guy. He's going to be here. Because they made a trade. They're not about to sit up here and just say, hey, man, you boo-boo, and we've made a mistake. They're not going to do that. It's Trey talked about. It's kind of how they work here sometimes. Yeah. Hey, and I mean, you are a guy. But ultimately going into 26, he's going to be here. George Pickens may not be here.
Yeah.
Tolbert may not be here. But Jonathan Mingo is under contract.
Under number one offense.
So when you start thinking about next year's receiving room, it will be CeeDee Lamb, Turpin, Mingo, Flo.
Are we sure that he gonna Mingo gonna it's guaranteed that he's gonna be here next year?
Yeah, you got your insurance. You
know what I'm saying? I don't
if
see
if
him
you
having
don't
that contract where it's like, hey, we can't afford a dead cap space or something like.
It's a rookie deal.
So that's cuttable in my opinion.
No, that's not cuttable. I mean, you got to have that insurance policy because you still got Pickens that you got to play. You got Turpin. Those are two big, relatively big contracts. You just paid everybody this offseason. So going in there, you got to keep something. You don't just let it go for nothing. And like you said, you gave up insurance cap. But in an organization like this with these with the big guy upstairs, Randy Gregory kept him for a long time. The list goes on and on. You can name people where it was bro, you stayed here because there was question, there was uncertainty going in next year. But
all those people actually did something on the
Played
field.
On the field.
Randy didn't.
Well,
Randy Gregory.
Randy had his issues, but he was on the field and he performed.
He performed later, bro.
But
early on he did.
He performed,
and you could tell what that boy's ceiling was looking like. It's a totally.
He
different.
had his issues, but
Randy's a totally different thing.
Yeah, this dude Mingo. With all due respect, I mean, if that's your insurance policy, if you're coming back saying, "Hey, we got to have," you in trouble.
I'm not
so it's not insurance.
Yeah. Insurance is a bad word.
Okay.
I mean, just going back into just how roster construction. These guys have a whiteboard. 26. Who's under contract? Mm-hmm. He's under contract.
This is true.
And then when you look at two players who are not, Jalen Tolbert, George Pickens.
Yeah.
So then you say, okay, who's under contract? You got CeeDee Lamb, Kevontae Turpin, and Flournoy. Yeah. Okay. And so if Pickens is not back, Mingo is a bigger he's a different. So you've got that. They're not going to just kick that to the curb.
I don't give him a shot.
And he's cheaper.
I mean, under the cap
right now.
It don't hurt.
Right now, talking about it all makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
But come off season, come draft, come free agency and everything else like that. If you have an opportunity to go out there and get some that fourth round pick, it could be made up, and that money is not that big. It ain't that big.
It can in a normal organization, but in this organization where the family runs this, they're gonna make their picks work. And obviously, he's shown you.
He actually wasn't a pick of the Cowboys. He was traded, and they got it.
I know,
they
but
traded
we
for
saw.
him. So I think it might be a little bit different when it comes to.
Your draft picks.
But go back into this. Go back into Tolbert.
I get you.
Yeah, there was coming into this year, even though Tolbert led the team in touchdowns, especially after year one when he didn't do anything at all. In year two, he improved, but there were still those questions about him, and they stayed with him.
Yeah.
They stayed with him. And so that's what I'm just saying. With Jonathan Mingo, just the way a receiving room and contracts work right now, this is somebody that you should write down for 26. Could things change? Yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jacques Taylor always says sports is fluid.
Yeah.
It is very fluid. You could decide, man, we're about to pay Pickens, we're going to do this, and maybe we'll move Mingo. I mean, you could, whatever. But with Tolbert leaving, you're going to still need to fill your room. And Mingo's a guy that you could count in the room along with Flournoy right now of what they're doing in terms of their own roster development. Because you still got other guys you got to pay.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Pickens, the kicker.
You gotta get the kicker.
You gotta get him now.
Neither one of those two will be coming with discount prices.
Oh,
Discount double check.
So
gonna be his
so you're going to start to look to see
Sure.
as you fill the roster. And then I think this is one thing where Mingo can help himself out a lot. What type of rapport do you develop with Dak Prescott? What type of rapport and confidence do you get from the head coach and play caller, Brian Schottenheimer? And what kind of work do you do with special teams? So it's in his hands right now.
Yeah.
But it was something to think about.
He's got to make plays.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, Dak Prescott balling
He
at a
is
whole
balling.
other level. So we want to make sure you get in on this. So we held it. We held it for you.
I appreciate
We
that.
held
I
it.
appreciate
Do
that.
that with
brother.
Barry Church, Trey Moore, Anthony Dorsett. I'm News Source. This is the Players Lounge,
win.
brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
10 wins.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Returning for the 2025 NFL season, Boss reunites with the Dallas Cowboys to drop the next chapter of their iconic collaboration. The Boss Cowboys collection fuses fashion and football once again, capturing the fearless spirit of what it means to be your own boss. Just in time for kickoff, gear up in standout styles that show your team pride with a bold edge. Available now at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. Hashtag be your own boss.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Support the troops with the official Salute to Service collection. Shop jerseys, hoodies, tees, and more. Visit a pro shop near you or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com for a Fanatics experience. Somebody's going to be wearing the Salute to Service gear this weekend. Will it be Jonathan Mingo?
With the towel. Don't forget the towel in there. They're going to be.
Ryan Flournoy?
Let's go.
Somebody in that
Stop it.
receiver room.
Gonna have on your shoulder pads completely clean.
Jay Toya, Mozzie Smith, there's a lot of candidates who could be wearing a salute. If you're going to have to sit this week and wear it, I mean, this is a good week to wear because those are some
nice
service
stuff.
gear.
No, that's some good gear, man.
fly,
But you want them shoulder pads.
You need them shoulder pads.
You want
It's an extra.
shoulder
It's an extra
pads,
little
man.
bit on that check, that little
You
cheddar.
want them shoulder
And
pads,
you gotta get that opportunity, man.
But, everybody gets the hoodie in their locker. So if you got an XL,
Yeah, I was about to
holla at
say.
your boy. I'm over here waiting for it.
Boy, you a medium.
You
Get out of
crazy,
here.
dog.
I'm more
I mean,
like
this
an
is
XL, 2X.
Players like
XL too. Now that's a medium for you. XL, come on,
And
man.
hold on.
What
We
you
know
talking about?
we know New Era run big. Now stop.
Hey,
We ain't talking.
on,
We
man.
ain't talking about some
Y'all
Italian
are
fit
6'5".
clothes.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
an XL.
290 talking about some more. XL.
I'm not 290. I'm 265. Ready to go.
Hey, this dude go over there talking about some
Come on.
XL.
Come on, man.
Hey, bro. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You
lying on the plate.
want to see my shirt right now?
Then I come
But
in here. Then I come
that thing
here.
says XL, bro.
I come in here with my XLs on. And they,
No. There's a difference between adult XL and youth. That's y'all wear the youth.
Do you know
Y'all wear the youth.
Yeah, y'all
Big
crazy,
dog.
man.
Hey, but can I ask one question though? You talk about rosters, opportunity, and having your shoulders. You talking about Overshaw coming back. You talk about Mingo coming back. That's 2 spots on this roster.
That's true.
Who would you?
So, great question.
Who would be those? Yeah,
I know who
you already know. We know.
I know who I would
Hey,
put
if y'all don't understand at the Players Lounge when they say put down, we always are excited to get one of our brothers back. But with getting one of our brothers back that's been gone for a long time, we know that it's somebody there that we've established, we've grown relationships with, and they're actually kind of good. And then you be like, dang man, he shouldn't have got put down for this guy. Or it shouldn't have been that guy. So,
Brevin Spanford has played well.
He has.
That's another name that
And he's a
Brian
teamer, too.
When Brian Schottenheimer talked about, too, in terms of tackles and things like that. So it's going to be, when Brian says you got to compete every week and practices count here, at least we now know, unlike another coach who was here at one time.
wow, put a name on it.
We actually go mean what we say. You do actually have to go play for the spot. They just not giving it to you.
Can't do that.
Just saying.
Can't do
Just
that.
saying.
Boy, put a name
You know what I
on it,
mean?
dude.
Can't
It's
do
real
that,
easy
man.
to see. Let's talk about Dak Prescott. Put a name on something. 16 touchdown passes right now. That is second in the National Football League behind Matthew Stafford. Dak is definitely putting his name into the MVP conversation. I'm not ready to say that he's the leader. I'm just sitting here saying, hey, man, it's something to talk about. And he's doing his part because we have many fans who are apt to criticize Dak Prescott. Give the man his flowers. He's been
100%.
playing some outstanding football right now, and with a horrible defense, he has to be perfect. And while the defense did its job this week, you saw what happened if they did their job, what Dak Prescott was able to do with a little bit of help from them.
Just a little bit.
So he's playing next level, and asked about the connection between Pickens and Lamb. Is this the best duo you've played with? He said, quote, it's up to y'all to decide. Dez was just in here, so don't say that too loud.
I was just about to say, man.
And it's smart.
Yeah, he is.
My man.
Those dudes are unbelievable. They are, and it's a credit to them. So he loves what he has there. I don't think it's a stretch to say it all, just looking at the talent between Pickens and Lamb as he's been here. This is a better combination, which includes when Amari Cooper was here along with CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
And they had the kid from Colorado State who ended up retiring, Michael Gallup.
Gallup, yeah. That was a good trio.
That good trio, but
Not that.
no one can compare to, they don't compare to what Pickens can do.
Nah.
What a,
I mean, the defensive PI calls that man draws is that in itself is a heck of a skill.
I mean, Amari Cooper was one of the best receivers for a while. Or I'm gonna say in the top 5 for a while he was playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't want to say he was inconsistent, but it was just you didn't see it all the time. He didn't show up all the time. George, with this opportunity he's got, and now with CD even coming back. But George, I keep saying, I saw that in Pittsburgh, even when he didn't have that quarterback like that. So, it just goes to say, and I even saw it on somewhere else where they were talking about this may be one of the top duos in the league right now as far as receiving goes. So
I think we're doing a disservice for Amari Cooper. Like, yes, he was a top 5 when he first came out, and I think when he got here to the Cowboys, you seen a tail end of Amari Cooper. It wasn't the Amari Cooper that we were accustomed to seeing, that top 5 of Amari Cooper. So with this whole George and CD, and it's not taking anything away from them, but like he's right here in his prime. Like George is fresh in this thing. He hasn't even really, we didn't see nothing from him with the Steelers. And now that you have a serviceable quarterback, like I said, in my opinion, I said it before the season even started when we was on the show. I said if George come in here and does what he's supposed to, this might be a better combo than the receivers that they have over there at the Bengals. Like, you're going to really be sitting here saying this man can really take over, and he's done that and more. So with that being said, honestly, and I don't want to change the subject, but I think the Dez and Cole Beasley combo was a little bit better in my opinion than Amari Cooper and CD. That's just me.
Amari Cooper.
He was straight.
Made several Pro Bowls when he was here.
He's a baller.
This was a team was 3-5 when they made the trade from the Raiders, and he saved Jason Garrett's job and made them a playoff team. So
did do that.
He was a good player.
He was.
When I say that, CeeDee Lamb was still young as a rookie.
Developed.
Right now, CD is developed. He's been an All-Pro. What we're seeing from Pickens, in my opinion, right now, trumps where Pickens is at right now. Trumps where we saw CD with Amari Cooper.
I'll agree with that.
That's why I look at those two. Like when I look at the two players in that fashion, and then there's not necessarily a third guy here, but there's that tight end that you got what Jake Ferguson is doing.
I was just about to say with
And
Fergie. I'm not saying like you don't think Fergie is like that guy now. Like, is this just a one and done, or is this like a
No, because
you know, like
10
all right,
tubs a couple years ago. He had 10 tubs in the red zone. So Ferguson's a dude. These two guys on the outside are
top 3 tight end in the league?
No, I wouldn't say all that.
Currently, even with what he's doing,
I don't know.
or is Dak just that good? Because if that's the case, then that makes the MVP conversation even more for Dak. Because you're making a guy that's he's top in the league right now. What he's doing, like you're reviving George Pickett and pulling out that maximum star.
It's the quarterback. I mean,
like that's your quarterback.
Yeah, Ferguson didn't have a touchdown last year. Not one.
Javonte, like and I would even say the defense felt obligated enough to where it's like we got to do something for them. If you just have a serviceable defense, we've seen what Dak do. So as far as that MVP conversation, I think that's where you got to give him more credit because you got these guys looking like perennial Pro Bowlers.
Without a doubt. I mean, I understand you got Pickens, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got all these dudes. Ain't none of that going down without Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
I mean, it just comes down to that. Like, this dude is playing unbelievable football right now.
Well,
yeah, I mean, if the record was better, he would be on top of the world if he had a better defense out there.
I agree. If he had just at least, even if he had a top 20 defense, I think it wouldn't even be a question about this MVP conversation for them to be.
You beat the Packers. We're talking something different here. Because of the way the Packers are playing. CeeDee Lamb catches those footballs, and you beat Philadelphia. Yeah. Then we're having a different conversation because then you can say, hey, you beat the world champion, or you beat a team like in Green Bay who a lot of people think has a potential to win the NFC. So that's the issue right now. And it's always been something that's been used against Dak Prescott. Who are you beating? That's been out there. So right now you've beaten 2 New York teams that are in dead last place, and you've beaten a Washington club right now that's been injured. So that's where the people say, well, show me who you can beat. And so that's been not just him. The last few years, it's been an issue with the team.
Yeah, that's 100%. And he's got an opportunity to really turn that around. I mean, we talked about it last week and throughout the weeks. When you look at the remaining schedule, they got the hardest schedule remaining in the National Football League.
They do.
And he's got some big-time matchups coming up. So he got a chance to overturn that.
I got to give Shotty some accountability on this, too, as well. Okay? I mean, Dak is playing his brains out. But the way the games are being called and the balance that's out there, too, as well, is also just playing into the fact that, like, it's helping Dak look that much better. He doesn't have to throw the ball 40, 60 times a game, try to win, and that balance is also helping him out, like as just as a player. He doesn't have to do so much. He doesn't have to worry about so much. So I think Shotty gets some of the credit for what Dak is doing
which is what he said he wanted to do. He said he wanted to be a running team. We saw darn near symmetry last week in the game against Washington. But I go back to when Tony Romo, in my opinion, had his best year with the Cowboys is when DeMarco Murray was the NFL Offensive Player of the Year.
He went crazy that year.
Because it was a balance. Once these dudes, you guys are DBs, once these dudes start throwing 40, 50 balls a game, man.
You can't wait. He going to throw me one. I'm going to give it an opportunity. But when you got that run balance, I mean, you're starting to read different keys. It's hard to pick up on when they got your defense kind of off balance a little bit, when they can run it as strong as they can, and then pass the ball as well.
So you remember we talked last week about CD coming back and what choice Joe Witt was going to have to make in terms of, what do you do? Because the Panthers didn't have CeeDee Lamb, so they brought the safety down.
They
couldn't do it, and then we saw Javonte being able to take advantage of it. So a lot of it's working, but I think Dorsett, you're hitting on something that a lot of other people have also been talking about too. Is Brian Schottenheimer is doing a really good job, and I'll I don't want to beat up on Mike McCarthy, but I'll wonder this. Would the man still have a job if he let Brian Schottenheimer call the plays and do this last year?
Possibility. Possibility.
Good question.
That's possible.
Running the football, because Mike didn't like running the football. Still on running the football, but if you do some of this, if they're doing some of this last year, they probably have a few more wins because there were many times they were just chucking it too much. Plus, I mean, Dak was hurt.
Dak went down.
Dak was hurt, but still, just something a little bit different here, man. Something a little bit different. When we come back here,
Rico.
Jerry Jones had something to say on his radio show today.
Oh, J Money.
Somebody playing.
Who, I was about to say, who playing? Who coming out my yard?
Gerald Wayne Jones next right here on DallasCowboys.com. This is the Players Lounge.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboy Nation, head to Miller Lighthouse at AT&T Stadium for a free watch party presented by 7-Eleven. Watch the Dallas Cowboys face off against the Broncos in Denver on Sunday, October 26th. Doors are going to open at 2 p.m., kickoff 3:25. Enjoy a performance by the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. You got Slurpee samples, $5 Miller Lights, and more. Claim your free ticket at DallasCowboys.com/watch party. Jerry Jones on 105.3 FM, the official home of the Dallas Cowboys, on the trade deadline. Quote, "If there was a trade, it will be because it fits us. And to fit, there's got to be a reason why the player would leave that we're interested in going forward with. And it would have to fit us in terms of our plans on our roster, the financial and everything that goes with that. Just because we played well, all of a sudden everybody thinks, boy, you're in the hunt. So now it's time to go out and gather up all of this talent that's waiting around here on the trees, and to add to it now that we feel good and that we can be more competitive." It's not, he says, that's not realistic. What's realistic is that if we see an opportunity and we are in as good a shape as we've been in years with draft picks, with financial and our salary cap, we're in as good a shape as we've ever been. If we see a way to improve our team with a player that makes sense today, this year, next year to entertain it, we can look at it.
I'm still not on the train of making a trade, man. I'm not on that train because I still don't think this defense is one piece away. Now I know we can't talk about guys on other squads and everything, but unless you're getting a big time player that can go out there and wreak havoc, similar to a Micah Parsons, one of those top 3 pass rushers in the league, okay. But other than that, I just think it would be a waste to throw one of these first rounders away when you're more than just one piece away. That's just me.
No, I agree with you too, and I think Jerry agrees with you. That whole statement. To be honest with you, it's not being messy, but I low-key feel like he was taking a shot at the Eagles because that's been their motto. Like, they've been getting talent as much as they can and thinking, oh, it's one player away, one plug away, and it hasn't been their motto. And for you to go in there and do that, you're not one player away. And with everything going the way that it is right now, I'd be a little nervous bringing somebody in that you don't know about that. Like, there's a lot of things that come with taking a trade, and when you trade for these people, you're not only trading for the talent, you're trading for the personality and what's going on. And the personality, we know this is already a big personality locker room. You got a lot of things going on. You're still trying to fix it, and so with the wrong personality, you could potentially mess up everything that you just did. So I'm like him. I'm not going to just because everything looking good right now, oh, yeah, let's go get this one player and do that, because that's when you make that mistake.
AD, jump in here.
Yo, and what he said, what would make that player want to leave? So we already know that he's talking about a player that's probably a face of an organization somewhere else. And what would make that player actually want to leave? Now, I could see, and just hear me out. You got an opportunity, and this is what Jerry's talking about. Say you get an opportunity to go out there and get Surtain.
I can't say no names.
Can't say no names.
Oh, my bad.
Say no names.
Okay. Say you get an opportunity to go get former defensive player of the year. All right? Something like that. Okay? And then with that, even though that's so far from being one player away, that one player can take away one side of the field. And we know what that can do with a secondary that's hurting. Now, barring that ain't the situation, why, like we're talking about, why go out there and do it if you don't have to do it right now? Save those draft picks, do something good, because like eventually you have picks to go out there and change the face of the franchise.
Going forward, yeah.
You do. And you can do that with picking in the draft. And like you said, he basically just said, hey, I like what we do here. The way that we've been picking, I'm going to hit on one of these big picks. But I think we're failing to realize, like you said, the personality thing. Like, when you bring in those guys, you got to account for the personality that's there, and you got to account for the personality that's here, from coaches to players alone. And like you said, he basically just told you, if it ain't something that just we really need, like that's going to mesh well, I'm not going to force it to mesh.
How about I don't believe a whole lot of what the man said? I don't believe it.
So you think this, like, you expecting a trade?
You've been here longer than us.
If somebody comes to him with something that he can take to his son and Shotty, they say, hey, what about this? Like Amari Cooper. Then they made the move.
Yeah.
But how many times has that really happened, where there's a player and the need and it actually fits? It's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare. So Jerry being Jerry, if it's something that fits me, Charles Haley, like he did one time, hey, I'll look into it. But I don't see it personally. I don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And for what they could need, I don't see any team right now saying, hey, man, go give us this. That's just me. Because, by the way, let's say you do want to get a one for the Cowboys, which I would not be giving up. You're not getting theirs. You're going to get the Green Bay pick, which means you're going to get something most likely at the end of the first round.
Yep.
And with some of these names I hear people throw out there, when you consider some of the money that's there, I'm darn sure not giving up a one. You may get a two, but I'm not giving you a doggone one.
Yeah.
Ones come with 5 years of control and
price.
cost.
Yeah.
So those things are going to be worth more than what some of these folks are out here thinking, because there is no quick fix here. All right. I just checked and looked at the standings here.
Oh, yeah, CB, you got them standings for us?
I went 73 last week, apparently. I went 73 last
week. Hey, no, what'd you go last night?
He went 1-1. What you went, 1-1?
Last night?
Yeah.
I took Detroit 31-29 and Seattle 17-10. Yeah, so he and Trey and I, we both were perfect last night.
Okay.
You went over.
I was over.
So you dropped.
Shout out to the Greek.
You dropped. So you went to 6-4 this week.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you ain't no.
No, not me. I know. I told you what I'm doing. I'm back.
You slow creeping it up? CB, you got them overall standings for us back there?
Yeah, Church, you're in the lead, 31-23.
31, that's a day. Take me to bank.
29-25 would be Newey.
Whoa.
I'm up 2 on Newey. Okay.
28-26 would be
You forgot my name.
Anthony. I have to move this thing around. I'm sorry.
You almost. You.
And then 23 and 31 would be your boy DeMontre.
Hey, what was
I'm on my
Newey
way
again?
back.
29.
29 and 25.
Yeah, y'all boys got.
Hey,
Montre about to catch up.
Hey, I can catch up. Hey, I went from 16 to jumping up now. So, hey, like I said, just a little slow.
Who we going? Hey, I'm with you on
Hey, I'm on your head.
What was you?
What'd you say I was?
23 and 31.
23 and 31.
You're not on my head.
Yeah, I'm right there. 6 games?
Sorry.
Hey, you know I'm good on Thursdays now.
Oh, so
Thursday and
then,
Mondays.
So then I'm on everybody's head then, because he only 31 and he 29.
Hey,
so I'm on your head, church.
I'm out the gate.
Don't try to use.
I'm already at the finish line, man. I'm over there clapping y'all in. Come on, y'all. Y'all got this. We got this.
Boy, it's about
in
to
there,
fall
man.
apart.
I'm in there.
It's about to fall apart.
I'm over with.
Don't let me catch one person.
Last place Newt. So from here on out, you picking first for all the games. Since you in last, we
That's
start
fine.
making picks.
Let's do
picking
that.
first.
Let's do that.
All right.
Because that's why I be messing up. I be listening to y'all sometimes and trying to go opposite.
I'm sure listen to your boy.
No, because when I leave,
Oh, you
when I
let him
leave,
into the deep last night. This man was right there about to go with the Seahawks.
I told him,
big
Bake show, man.
I know better, man.
I can't believe you went for that. I was like, man,
No, that's like when I picked
wanted to text
Detroit. And what's his name? Gibbs is one of my favorite running backs in the league.
He went
you know what I'm
crazy
saying?
yesterday.
Oh,
told you.
Shout out to the fantasy on that one. That was crazy.
By the way, Clarence Hill tweeted out that Tank Lawrence is having some fun and he's finally playing with some dogs.
Ooh, bro. What's
you
up with y'all?
stirring the pot.
Hey, is this a? Hey, I'm starting to think this is an Omega thing, bro. You couldn't let that die off.
Said that, right?
It's his Omega frat brother, and they always starting some stuff.
Yeah, he's stirring the pot.
Why'd you even have to do that,
Clarence,
man?
stay stirring
Let
the
him
pot,
get his
man.
money and get paid and go over there and have fun.
He said he finally played with some dogs.
So my dog Ty Crawford, one of his best friends with a dog.
No.
Man,
That's
hey, I don't
what
care
they
what you
saying.
say. I might not play with you that long, but hey, I was here. I'm a dog, so I take offense to whatever you say, bro.
man.
Nah, you ain't gonna
See,
do
he
Ty
was-
Crawford
he
like
finally
that, bro.
playing with some dogs.
What you talking about? Alfred Morris wasn't a dog, man. Get out of here, bro. You got some dogs on your team, bro. Don't disrespect your people like that.
Rico
bro.
said, "Buckle up, man." Rico talked about the organization without talking about the organization.
He did say
Man,
Buckle up. He was
and
saying,
when
he was, and then he didn't. He was saying, ain't no
So you
dog.
saying D-Law was the only dog on that team?
He said, "What? No, he wasn't the dog either."
Exactly. So I mean, that go for everybody. There, I feel like, bro, it's just. It's like my mom said back in the day, if you ain't got nothing good to say, then don't say it. Why you still talking about your ex and you over here in a whole nother situation?
stirring the pot.
You done got you some money. You over there, in playoff, you fighting for something over there with Sammy D.
Sammy D going crazy.
Why are you... It gives buyer's remorse. It gives a little bit bitter. Like, stop taking the cheese, brother. But it's just me.
Hey, man, he only got one. He only got one place to compare it.
So y'all saying he didn't have no dogs on this team. Y'all think his statement was correct?
Come on, last year?
I mean,
So actually, let me get it.
Yeah.
I want the full quote.
Get it correct on that.
D-Law is loving playing on this Seattle defense. He got a bunch of dogs playing alongside of him for the first time.
But see, remember D-Law didn't say that though. Don't fall.
Yeah, it ain't D-Law.
That's Clarence talking about y'all. You got something to say, you say it to Clarence.
You're right.
Stirring the pot.
You got something to say it to the Omega.
You
got
first of all,
something to say.
You know he ain't doing that.
you're right. First
Make
of
a
all,
hero?
I am not going for none of that. But I'm gonna say it in this sense. Did y'all see the interview with the DB from Texas? They asked him, they said, "Hey man, you're doing good." Sharkandrick said, "Hey, the special teams and the defense is whole."
Man, first of all, why we don't care about that, man? Can you stay on folks?
It is. And so what? And so the task was that man said, "Hey, it take all 3 phases, bro." He didn't let nobody get slandered. Like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, I'm not stay on task.
Hey, D funny.
I'm not worried about none of that.
Yeah, over here, left field.
How's that
Way
left
out.
field? It's Texas. It's Texas. What are you
bring
talking
this.
about? It's football players. Okay, whatever. So he had.
Cap was in the media,
y'all-
boy. Cap was in the media.
It's crazy. It's crazy how y'all say y'all
Ryan
want somebody.
Clark making all these apologies. You Cap, boy, y'all doing some stuff, man.
I forgot he had to apologize.
Y'all over there
Stay over there.
making mess.
Hey, man.
So what side you lie on?
Trey, we done. Thank you, Trey. We appreciate you coming back. Glad you recovered. Anthony Dorsett, appreciate you. Barry Church, thank you. Chris Beam, our producer. Josh, everybody here. This has been Layouts, Players Lounge. Goodbye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!